The people that a narcissistic individual will go all out to have within their lives, as when it comes to narcissistic individuals, they tend to have at least 5 of the 9 criteria, such as that grandiosity, the sense of entitlement, envious of others, lack of empathy, exploitative behaviour, preoccupied with getting their needs met, arrogant and haughty behaviour, a belief that they are special. When it comes to narcissistic individuals, you will notice that more often than not, they are never wrong. They don't take responsibility for their behaviour. They will lie on a regular pattern of basis. They're going to go all out to put other people down. They're highly judgmental of other people. They're looking to get their needs met by others. And a narcissistic individual is trying to sell an illusion of who they are as a person based on whoever they are with would like them to be as a person. A narcissistic individual will go all out to mirror you so that they can take hold of your biggest dreams and desires and sell them back to you as though they want those things too, that you have so much in common with them. And when things seem too good to be true, it's time to slow things down and get to know a person for who they are and not who they sell themselves to be. As when it comes to narcissistic individuals, they have a knack of twisting the story so that they can be the victim in any given situation, so that they can go all out to get away with their behaviour. Now, somebody who is always giving the narcissist the attention they desire, somebody who is always hanging on the narcissist every last word, who jumps every time the narcissist says hi, the narcissist will probably never particularly show a negative side to that individual because they don't need to. They're getting their needs met without any intimidating or threatening behaviour. Their coercive control is working in a way that that person just wants to please the narcissist. However, more often than not, when it comes to a narcissist and their manipulative games, and this can be a narcissistic parent, a narcissistic boss, a narcissistic work colleague, a narcissistic friend, a narcissistic adult child, a narcissistic partner, because somebody's narcissistic partner is somebody's narcissistic adult child, friend, parent, boss. What they usually do, what they tend to do, is they follow that cycle. So they will have a person that they are idolizing to the maximum, that they are love bombing. They will go all out to impress strangers. However, they will idolize an old supply to reel them back in. They will shower them with attention, affection, and support. They will shower them with those excessive gifts and extravagant trips. They will constantly be in touch with them. They will be praising them. They will be flattering them, because that flattery is that insincere praise. They'll be taking them out places. So a narcissistic parent, for example, when their partner is not performing how they would like them to perform, they will go and pick up their child and shower their child with so much attention and make their child feel so good. And then when their child is no longer performing, they will scapegoat that child and move on to either a stranger, a new source of supply, or an old source of supply. They'll pick up their partner again. They will create a golden child and a scapegoat child depending on who is and who isn't behaving. So the golden child will be idolized and the scapegoat child will be devalued and discarded and blamed in the situation. So they usually tend to have one person that they are idolizing, that will hang on to that narcissist every word at that given time, that will protect the narcissist at all costs, that believes the narcissist pity plays and lies about what a horrible person the scapegoat is at that time, how it's all the scapegoat's fault that the narcissist hasn't been there for them. And then they will have someone that they will be devaluing at any given time. And the person that they were idolizing can very well be the person that they suddenly start devaluing. They're usually devaluing somebody so that they can remain feeling superior. They can remain in control. They can remain feeling like they're better than others. As narcissistic individuals are very envious of other people. Now, they can simply be idolizing the people in the home and devaluing everybody outside of the home. Anyone who's got a new car, got a new job, getting married, they'll be judgmental and they'll be devaluing those people while treating the people in the home oh so well. They can also have it where those in the home the narcissist believes are ungrateful and not showing them the respect the narcissist is entitled to. They've learned the narcissist games and they're no longer playing them, in which case a narcissist will be devaluing their family members, telling their family members how they're not good enough, and idolizing a bunch of strangers and being so helpful and kind and generous with a bunch of strangers while claiming that their family have no time for them. Their adult children are ungrateful and selfish and stubborn. So they're playing the victim with that bunch of strangers. Yet because they're idolizing those strangers and treating the strangers so well and doing so much for the strangers believe the narcissist lies and feel sorry for the narcissist. And the narcissist is feeding off that attention and that admiration and the sympathetic attention and the praise that they're getting from the strangers, while it's also validating the narcissist version of reality, which is what makes their lies so convincing when they're telling those around them. When it comes to narcissistic individuals, they will often offer that intermittent reinforcement. So if they believe they're losing their hold over you, they're losing control over you, every now and again they will come in and do something nice for you, promise something in the future to give you that false sense of security, to give you that false hope to hang on to absolutely nothing. As when it comes to a narcissistic person, they will also have somebody that they are discarding, somebody that they're scapegoating, somebody that they're blaming, somebody that they're going all out to make that person take the fall for the narcissist behaviour, so that the narcissist can play the victim in the reality that they created. So a narcissistic individual will happily go all out to cheat on their partner because they're looking for that excessive attention. However, they're not looking to take the fall for their behaviour. So they will smear their ex's name. They will claim that their ex doesn't have any time for them. Or if they're cheating with their new supply, they'll be claiming that their current supply has no time for them, has addictions, is depressed, is crazy. They've tried to help them oh so much, but they just can't. So the narcissist gains that sympathetic attention and the love and support from the new supply while devaluing the old supply. And when they discard their partner and get together with the new supply, and their partner's left in bits because they've no idea what has happened, and they're usually left anxious and depressed and stressed with zero closure and lots of mind games coming their way from a narcissist, while the narcissist sits there telling everybody that the ex is bitter, the ex is jealous, the ex is envious. The narcissist plays so many different mind games and then twists it to make the person they're playing the mind games with look like the problem to those around them. So those that the narcissist are idolizing and treating so well believe the narcissist lies, offer the narcissist attention and support. This validates the narcissist version of reality that they're not actually the problem. This validates their victim mentality that then becomes their personality in the situation. So they will go all out to then smear whoever's name it is who has potentially dared to stand up to them, who is no longer supplying them, who can potentially expose the narcissist on their lies. However, it's not usually over with the discard, as when it comes to a narcissistic individual, if they see you doing well, if they see that you've got something that you can offer them, if they feel like going back to their comfort zone or their security blanket because they know they can reel you back in, they will come back and hoover you, which is when they begin to re-idolize you, right before they start devaluing you and discarding you. And because they can treat a certain amount of people with that idolization, while devaluing those people so that they don't feel worthy and discarding those people, what they tend to do is triangulate those people against each other. So people are constantly fighting against each other to get the attention and the validation and the idolization period from a narcissistic individual, because they've been devalued to an extent where they can no longer validate themselves. They need that external validation from the narcissist. And it's not until you break free from the narcissist and start working on yourself that you start to learn to validate yourself, start to recognize and learn their behavior and everything you've been through, that you no longer need their validation. You start to look at that person in a completely different light. You can go from resentment to anger to frustration to feeling sick to the stomach that you ever put up with that behavior or you ever acted in a certain way around them. Because when it comes to narcissistic people, they are going to go all out to isolate you from support, to make you look like the problem. So when you do finally stand up to them, a narcissist is the master of manipulation. They go all out to play the poor abused victim while embarking on a mass smear campaign against those who dare to stand up to them. They get offended. They don't show up for their children. They don't bother providing for their children. And when the other parent says, I'm not having this anymore, it's not fair on them, the narcissist gets offended and plays the victim. When the person they keep discarding just says no more, they get offended and think that that person just can't recognise how amazing they are, that that person has lost out. When you stand your ground with a narcissist, they get offended, they turn into that victim mentality, they spread so many lies to those around them that they're usually idolising and treating well, so people buy into the narcissist's lies and validate their version of events. When it comes to narcissistic people, for them to do anything, it has to be their idea, because they believe that they are perfect. They believe that they are always right. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a few books out on Amazon, 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People If You Cannot Go No Contact, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and how to create boundaries around narcissistic individuals. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.